Hi everyone, this is William from the Headphone Experience, and I'm here tonight with the Apple EarPods. Not to be confused with the much more expensive Apple AirPods. The AirPods go for about $150. The EarPods are what comes with iPhones, and they sell for about $24 at Walmart. And in fact, I think Best Buy has them on sale right now for $19.99. So anyway, normally they come with the Apple Lightning plug on them, but they are available with a 3.5 millimeter plug instead, if you're not going to use them with an Apple product. You might notice that the plug has 4 segments, and this is not a balanced plug or a balanced headphone. The 4th segment is for the remote control, and I did find out that I don't have anything with a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on it except for my computer, my desktop computer, and it does work okay with that. But most of my amps, I've got like 4 amps right now, and they all have either 4-pin XLR or 6.3 millimeter or 1/4 inch single-ended. Anyway, which means I have to use an adapter like this. And I did find out that this, because of being 4 segments, does not work with all adapters. I tried it with 5 different adapters, and it worked with 3 of them. It worked fine with a Grotto adapter, it worked fine with a Meza adapter, and it worked fine with a Kennerton adapter. But I have a Sony adapter, and I got absolutely nothing, no sound at all. So I don't know if it wasn't making a connection, or maybe it was completely shorted and not putting out any sound. And then I've got another adapter, I'm not sure where it came from. It's I guess it's just a generic 6.3 millimeter adapter. And that one, I got really crazy sound out of it, like this really off in the distance sound. And the frequency response was like a roller coaster, up and down all over the place, like big holes and peaks and just crazy sound out of it. So I'm not sure why that was happening. But anyway, it doesn't work with all adapters. So I did want to point something out. I am working on my production value a little bit, and I'll give you the truth about this. I don't have a clue how to edit videos or, anything about video production. You probably figured that out now. So I just try to give you some useful information, and don't worry too much about that. I did last week improve the water bottle situation. I had a bottle that was making noise, so I got rid of that. And I'm trying something new this week. I noticed that my videos just keep getting longer and longer, and when I'm shooting a video, every single time, when I get done, I guess at how long that video is, and every single time it's twice as long as I thought it was. If I thought my video was 10 minutes, I load it to my computer and find out that it's 20 minutes. If I thought it was 15, I load it and find out it's 30. So I got myself a timer that I'm going to use from now on while I do my videos, so I can keep track of the time and try to keep them a little bit shorter. So anyway, I couldn't really find anything for specs. I went on Apple's site. They don't give impedance, they don't give efficiency, they don't give frequency range, anything like that I could find. So all I can tell you is they're very efficient, very easy to drive. I mean, they come with an iPhone, so they're meant to be driven with a phone. As far as comfort, they're pretty lightweight, and they fit comfortably in my ears, and they stay put pretty well. They're easy to install. They stay there. I can wiggle my head around. They don't move. They don't get uncomfortable, but I guess that's going to depend on one person to the next. Everybody's ears are a little different, and the sound is probably going to be different, a little bit different from one person to the next, because depending on where they're situated in your ear, how close they are to the ear canal, whether it's, well, they don't seal like an IEM, but moving them around does affect the sound a little bit. So comfort is not an issue. Sound-wise, I would say the tone balance is pretty even. I'm actually impressed with that. No real peaks or valleys. I would consider it well balanced from the mid bass up into the treble. There is no sub bass. I mean, that's just a fact. There's, I would say, no sub bass, but from mid bass, maybe like, I don't know if they go down to 50 hertz, maybe more like 80 hertz on up. It seems pretty balanced. I don't notice any, annoying peaks or anything like that. The clarity and detail is actually surprisingly good. They resolve pretty good. I have no complaints in that department. I mean, I'm talking for a $24 earbud. I'm not talking compared to, an expensive headphone or anything like that. But for the price, I would say the clarity and detail is good. And I would say the tone balance from the mid bass on up to the treble is good. The imaging and soundstage are respectable, once again, for the price range. They don't image like a full-size open-back headphone or anything like that, but it's respectable. The soundstage sound appears to be a little bit outside of my ears, and the imaging, there's pretty decent separation between the instruments. They're not all blurred together. The overall, I would say the sound, I really don't hear anything that really stands out to me as being wrong with them. Nothing that is annoying, nothing that is really distracting. I feel like I'm hearing all the music other than the sub bass, and I would just say, they're just a well-balanced earbud, that there's nothing that is apparently wrong with the sound to me, other than I would just say just overall the sound is a little thin, and I'm not, big on earbuds and haven't reviewed very many of them, so I'm no expert on earbuds, so I'm assuming that all earbuds are going to sound a little thin, not having that seal in the ear canal like an IEM. I just imagine it's pretty much impossible to get sub bass out of an earbud. So if any of you out there have more experience, and there are earbuds out there that do produce sub bass, let me know in the comments. Like I said, just the overall sound is good, but just a little bit on the thin side, but not bad. Very listenable. I mean, this isn't meant for audiophiles. I'm not going to do critical listening to it with it, but like I said, I everything that I know is supposed to be there, I'm hearing. And I would say my only small complaint is female vocals, and I tend to listen to a lot of music with female vocals. If you've been watching my videos, you know that. And female vocals can sound a little bit, and I hate to use the word sibilant because I think it's kind of overused, but I would say that female vocals can, some of them, not all of them, can tend to have a little bit of that S sound on the end of each note. So, but not, it's not drastic, it's not really, it's not a deal breaker in my opinion. It's just slight and it's only occasionally. So comparison, the only other earbuds I can compare it to right now is I have the Venture Electronics Monk Plus and Monk Lite. And it's definitely better than those. It's more comfortable, fits in my ear better. The clarity is better, and I think the tone balance is better. But those sell for $5 for the Monk Plus, and the Monk Lite is like $6. So this is quite a bit more expensive. In the approximate price range, I just reviewed the Venture Electronics, their IEM, it's called Bonus EM, and to tell you the truth, and it's not really fair to compare the two because these are earbuds and the other's an IEM, and IEMs tend to have better bass, but because of that, I do like it better. It actually has sub bass. In fact, it has very good bass. These might have a little better clarity up in the mid-range, but overall, I prefer the others, but like I said, we're comparing apples and oranges, IEMs and earbuds. So if you need bass and you don't mind an IEM crammed in your ear canal, I can recommend in the same price range, in fact, a few dollars cheaper, the Venture Electronics bonus ear monitor. So basically, overall, I would just say these are pretty good at what they're meant to be. I mean, they're a low-priced earbud that comes with a phone, although albeit an expensive phone. But, you know, and they're kind of expensive for earbuds at $24. In fact, I think on the Apple website, they're about $29. But like I said, you know, they do what they're meant to do, and they do it pretty well with no obvious problems. So, you know, I can say I can recommend them, you know, but there's other alternatives out there that might be cheaper. So, you know, I would shop around. All I'm saying is there's nothing obviously wrong with them, nothing about them that really bothers me. So, this is already longer than I wanted it to be, so I'm going to wrap this up. I did want to mention that I got 2 new headphones in this week, about 2 days ago. The Fisher Audio M12S, which is a full-size semi-open headphone, and the Kennerton Magni, which is a full-size closed-back headphone. And as far as I know, it may be the first headphone available, because it is now for sale on the Kennerton website, that has a graphene driver. I don't know if anyone else has done that yet. So anyway, I'm going to try to get a first impressions video out on both of those in the next couple days. I'm going to do them separate. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Once again, this is William from the Headphone Experience. If this video has helped you at all, please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And once again, you're all welcome to join us over at the Headphone Experience. If you're not already a member, check it out. Thanks.